Hey everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Deborah. Welcome to my final impression of Payakorn Sorn Ruk. So go ahead and grab your tea mugs and come along with me on this journey as we discuss Payakorn Sorn Ruk. Okay, let's just get down to business. Let's discuss Ochai first and then we'll go into other people. Let's just get him out of the way real fast. But am I the only one that felt really bad for Ochai this week? Like, don't get me wrong, his boyfriend is still a bastard and he deserved his debt. Like, he's ended everything that he got, he deserved it. But I don't know, maybe it's not necessarily, no, I did feel bad for him. Because I was going to say maybe it's not necessarily him, it was his daughter I felt bad for. But I'm like, nah, I felt bad for him. I really did feel bad for him. And I kept questioning myself, like, is it wrong that I'm feeling bad for him? Should I feel bad for him considering all the bad things he has done? And yes, it's okay for me to feel bad for him because I'm human. If I feel bad for him, that only shows my human side. And if you also don't feel bad for him in terms of what I'm going to talk about right now, then that's also okay. That also shows that you're human. We're not perfect, okay? So it's okay to feel like you don't feel bad for him, and it's okay for me to feel like I felt bad for him, and this is why I felt bad for him. So the reason why I felt bad for him was, and why, like, it almost drove me to tears, was when he realized that she was his daughter, when he realized that Rawi was his daughter and stuff, and he realized what a horrible father he was. Like, he kidnapped his own kid, for crying out loud, and he has been living such a useless life and stuff, and now he realizes he has a little daughter that he can never be a father to and stuff. And that just kind of ties into how last week I stated how I was so proud of him for being affected by Wurikun raping those girls and those kids, and him saying, dude, these are kids and stuff. You could see in that scene that this is someone that feels something about kids. Like, yeah, he's a bastard, yeah, he totally deserves to go to hell and all that shenanigan, but at least in there, somewhere in his heart of hearts, he knows that it is wrong to treat kids that way. He may not have stopped it, which still doesn't make him right, but at least he knows what he's doing is wrong. Anyway, so I really was sad for him and how everything went down with his daughter, especially like when he had to die and he came to say his last goodbyes to his daughter. Like, he knew he'd never see her again and stuff. But I'm really glad that he gave, even though he gave his daughter a really bad memory that might affect her for life in terms of him kidnapping his own daughter, but I like that he gave her a good image of himself in terms of him releasing her. Because is it just me, but I feel like regardless of Natapon would have come to take, what's her name, Rose, like, he would have actually given the child, his daughter, to Rose just for his child's safety and stuff, and he would have actually allowed Rose to go. That's just my opinion at that moment, before he realized that, oh, the cops are here and everything. I felt like when he let his daughter go to Rose, that was him letting Rose go scot-free without being caught. But because the police came in, that kind of changed his plan, and he went back to being the guy that needed to kill Rose and stuff. But I definitely like that at least he gave his daughter one good memory in terms of him releasing his daughter and him coming to say goodbye to his daughter, not just at the hospital, but also his spirit came to say goodbye to her before he went to hellfire and stuff. So no matter what happens in future, when she remembers her dad, at least she won't have that memory of my dad never said goodbye to me, or my dad never wanted me, or something like that. At least she will have one, even if it's one good memory of her dad, which is that her dad came to say goodbye to her, and even though her dad kidnapped her, he let her go. Like I'm saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to negate the bad things he did. I'm not trying to negate the bad memory he also gave his daughter in kidnapping his daughter. I'm just saying at least he did something good that might positively, psychologically help the daughter in a way. It might also make the daughter more confused if you think about it in a different way, but at least he did something good for his daughter. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I did feel bad for him, but I'm glad he's dead. He definitely deserved the death that came his way. Wutikon deserved the death that came his way too. Like that, both of them's death was worthy. Like them killing each other, it was the perfect death. I think what I love about this drama so far is that everyone gets their punishments, be it Layla, be it Kunwutikon, be it Tanapon, which I will get into in a little bit. Everyone gets what they deserved, and that actually shocked me, because most of the time in Thai dramas we see them forgiving at the end, and I'm like, bruh, not everyone believes in forgive and forget, okay? Sometimes we want to see justice be served and then we can forgive you later on. So I'm really glad that everyone got what they deserved at the end of the day. So that's that for that. The next person I'm going to talk about is kind of tied to Ochai, and that's the Chang couple with Ran. And I am so happy at how their love ended. Like, yeah, they're kind of together, but you can still see her fear of like being attached or marrying him and things like that. It's still there, so that is so realistic. I really am glad with the way they ran with that. At first I wasn't happy when she agreed to date him, because I felt like she was kind of pressured by him and her child, but also, like I kind of stated previously, I can see how it could work positively in a different psychological aspect where you're trying to push someone. Like I said, it can either backfire or it can go well, and so far we've seen the drama showed us that it went well, but she still has her fears, she still has her worries, she's still unsure of the relationship. She's not just all love fixes everything, I believe in you, I want you to protect me. That's something else I really like, how she told him, dude, I don't want you to protect me, I can protect myself and stuff. And then he had to go, okay, well, can I be a lover and stuff if you don't want me to protect you? So I really like how they went with her storyline. Like, you know, this is something that was really bugging me and stuff, that I was like, I really don't want them to ruin this. These are deep psychological issues she's going through, and I don't want them to just like rush it or like sweep it under the rug and say, oh, love conquered everything. No, it didn't conquer everything. There has to be remnants of the trauma that she went through. And I like how by the end of the day they showed us those remnants, so she still has those kind of trust, commitment issues because of everything that has gone on, and it will take time. But as we can see, with time, she's learning and beginning to be open to accept Chang and stuff. So I'm really glad with how that went. So that is really nice. So I really enjoyed that. The next couple I'm going to talk about are the Kratai couple, and I am so happy for Kratai and Pat. Pat's brother. Pat is the sister, right? And then the brother, I forgot his name, Paul, yeah, Paul, Pat and Paul. Okay, so I'm so happy for Kratai and Paul. I really like, I knew their relationship was gonna be, and I like how theirs also came to be. Theirs also felt natural. It didn't feel rushed. I understood how that could have happened, that they fell in love. Like, this dude knew he had no chance with Rose, so why not just give up and move to the next available person? That's why I really like how Kratai, when he was telling Kratai that, oh, I'm gonna go confess my love to Rose, she's like, bruh, Rose already has someone, what about me? I'm free. So I really like how she was very like open about what she wanted and she went for it and stuff. I really like their love story also. They did annoy me during the whole Tanapon scene when they were trying to follow him in the house and he was up in his office allegedly working and stuff. I really was annoyed at how it took them so long to realize that it's not normal that this dude is not just inviting a massage or masseuse to the house to take care of his wife, but he's also been in his office for so long. Like, common sense should have told you guys to go check area. So that really did annoy me, but we did get that settled later on, and they did go in later on. I felt like that was just, they just took that time in order to add more drama, because it just didn't make sense that two of these people that seemed smarter than that were suddenly not as quick on their feet as they should have been at that moment to find out the truth. But I am so glad that finally, when he told his sister Pat, she used her sense and didn't tell her husband, oh, come to the office because of blah blah blah, but she lied to him in order to get him to come to the office, which actually surprised me. Was it just me that was surprised that Pat actually lied to her husband to come to the office and stuff? I didn't expect her to do that because she's such a gossip that tells her husband every single thing. I expected her to do the same thing, rinse and repeat, but she actually did surprise me, so that was nice to see and stuff. But something that annoyed me about the whole Tanapon situation, before I go into the whole Tanapon full situation, is, was I the only one that was sitting there scratching my head at why only 3 cops came to arrest this man? Literally only 3 cops. Like, did they really not expect him to escape? Were they really that stupid to just bring 3 cops to arrest this guy? This is someone that has been trying to commit murder, not just to one person, to multiple people. He has possibly committed and attempted to commit murder multiple times, and you're bringing only 3 cops to arrest him and you don't expect him to escape? Like, how dumb can you be? Like, I started wondering, like, is this just a Thai cop problem, or is this just a this particular drama problem? Because it just didn't make sense. And it was the same thing they did when they went to arrest Buddhikon. They came with only 3 cops, and I'm like, are all the cops in Thailand's cast, or are they on leave? Like, what is going on? Are you on a budget for this drama? Why are only 3 cops coming to arrest these people that you know will try to escape? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. So that's something that really annoyed me at this, like, last episodes and stuff. But back to Tanapon, was I the only one actually shocked that he died? I did not see that coming. I 100% sincerely believed this dude was going to go to jail, that they were gonna catch him and take him to prison, but he died, and I was actually in shock because I did not see that coming. I was happy, it was fitting, but I was just shocked that they were able to shock me with that, because I don't know why I didn't think he'd die. Maybe because Wutikon had already died and what's his name, Ochai, had died, and he was just so smart that I didn't think his end was going to be death. I thought his death was going to be go to prison, serve your sentence and stuff. So that actually really did shock me. So that was a nice difference and stuff, that drama was able to shock me in that aspect. Next, let's talk about our main couples, Rose and T. So, something that I was really worried about throughout the life of this drama is that the kisses we're gonna get are just gonna be like pecks on the lip. Even though there was no tongue action, but there was at least movement on the lips. So I am thankful for that because that was something I was really worried about. I'm like, okay, like, James can kiss in his dramas, but a female lead, I'm like, I can't remember the drama she did with 9 if she kissed or not. So I was really worried about that. So thankfully they didn't let me down, and it wasn't just a peck, even though there was no tongue action, but at least the lips did move. I really like how their story ended in terms of her losing her powers. I wasn't sure if she was gonna lose her powers or not, but she did. But I really like how, one, they showed us the story of their life after, in terms of them having a kid. I didn't expect to see that coming, but I feel like this is something that's happening recently with a lot of Thai dramas. But I didn't expect to see them with their kid. But I was really nice to see that their daughter got the powers, even though I was kind of shocked that T did not recognize Isabel when Isabel gave his daughter the flower and stuff. But it makes sense that he doesn't recognize her because he only saw her once, and that was 5 years ago or so. Yeah, 5 or 3 years ago. So it makes sense that he doesn't remember her. But I was kind of shocked that he didn't remember her. But when you think about it, it does kind of make sense. Except he had a really good memory that he remember her. But I also thought he'd remember her because this was someone that literally saved the woman he loves and his wife. So I thought he'd remember her, but he didn't. So that did shock me. But I'm really glad that their daughter got their powers and stuff, the power to see the future and stuff, because that gives us room and gives the group behind this, the production team, room to create a season 2, kind of like how we did with Bupe Seniwa and stuff. So if they want to create a season 2 with the kids story, they can. And for the first time ever, I was thinking about it yesterday, I'm like, this is the only drama that if they create a season 2, I'd be okay with the kids being Yaya and Nadek. Like, normally I don't like seeing Yaya and Nadek acting together. They're my two favorite actors and actresses, like, separated. Like when Yaya acts with Matt, I love it, and when Nadek acts with Kim, I love it. But when they act together, I don't like it. I feel the same way about Kim and Matt. I don't like when Kim and Matt act together. I feel like there's no chemistry between them. But when they don't act with the people they're actually dating and they act with other people, they have more chemistry. But this is the first time that I'm actually going out of my way and saying I actually want them to act together if there's a season 2 as the leads. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But if we don't get them, we can also get Mark and Yaya. I mean, I'm just saying, throwing that out there. But anyways, was I the only one that was mad at Rose this week when she left the home? Like, I understood why she did that, but it really annoyed me how she just left in the middle of the night and like ran away, because it puts the burden on her mom to have to answer to everyone in the morning when they realize that Rose is gone. And I really did not like that. Like, you've already been warned before not to do anything stupid, and you're going ahead and you're doing the same thing again. Something else that just didn't make sense to me was when Natapon was going after Rose and T told her not to leave the house, to stay in the house and lock the house, and I'm like, wait, doesn't it make sense for her to actually leave the house and run away from the house and get a cab or something? Why are you telling her to stay in the house? That way she gets killed easier. Like, it didn't make sense to me, but if it makes sense to you, maybe explain it to me in the comments. But just that didn't just make enough sense to me and stuff, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. But I'm really glad that he did find out that the thing that shocked her during her scene into the future when all 6 of them were gathered together was that she saw them kissing and stuff. And I always thought that he was the one that kissed her, but kind of like she said, she was actually the one that kissed him and stuff. So that was a nice surprise too. I really enjoyed this drama. I could have done without all the what's it called that they were doing, what was it called, flashbacks in the last episode. It felt like they just elongated that last episode, and so they were filling it up with flashback scenes. So we didn't need episode 13. You could have put it in other episodes, but they had to do episode 13, so they just filled it in with filler flashback scenes. So that was something else that got on my nerves, the flashbacks. Like, I didn't need it, but maybe you felt like you liked the flashbacks because it had been a while since you saw it. For me, I didn't really care for the flashbacks, and it was just annoying. I felt he could have told his story to the reporters without the flashback. But anyways, overall, this was a really great drama. I really enjoyed this drama from the beginning to the end. It had me hooked. I loved the mystery, I loved the romance, I loved the comedy, I loved the friendship between all the parties and stuff. I loved how the side characters' love stories didn't overpower our main lead's love stories. I liked how the romance didn't overpower the action and the mystery of it all. I liked how smart our bad guys were. I liked how smart our good guys were. I loved how Rose just had this attitude of I really don't give 2 F's and stuff. I really enjoyed this drama. It was nice seeing the progression of their relationship from enemies to lovers and stuff. And this was one situation where when they told the childhood story, I'm like, I don't even see why you guys saw the need of putting the childhood story in this, because this drama was great without the childhood story. But this is one drama where the childhood story and them knowing each other in childhood just made no difference. Like, it didn't add to the drama, it didn't subtract from the drama. It was literally just there and stuff. So I guess that's something else they could have just deleted, so we didn't need the flashbacks, and maybe then the drama would have been 12 episodes, not 13 episodes. But I'm just saying. Anyways, I definitely enjoyed this drama. I love the relationships between the families, the friends, and all. Like, even the bad guys. This was a definitely good drama in terms of Thai dramas. It's really up there in terms of my favorite Thai dramas right now and stuff. I enjoyed this drama thoroughly. If I'm gonna rate it, I'm definitely gonna rate this drama an A plus and stuff. Regardless of all the other things that I've stated annoyed me in terms of Thai dramas, I don't think I've ever rated a Thai drama this high before, but I'm definitely gonna give this drama an A plus. Rewatch value, I will definitely say I can see myself rewatching this drama again and not being bored. So definitely check this drama out. If for some reason you've been listening to my spoiler reviews and impressions and you still haven't watched this drama, go check it out. Right now I'm watching From Pisawat and I'm also watching Payakorn. In case you are wondering what other Thai dramas I am watching, those are the two dramas that I'm watching right now. I was watching one where I've forgotten its name, but it has finished airing. I'm probably gonna do like a review for that since I finished watching it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below of the final episodes. How did you feel about this drama? Was it worth your time? It was totally worth my time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and to being awesome, beautiful people you are. From me to you all, you know I've got nothing but love for you all. Stay awesome.